Hi, my name is Utermohlen. I'm the Regional General Manager for Europe, which comprises of 4 hubs, which is the UK, Ireland, Central Europe, which is Germany, Austria and Switzerland, South Europe, which is France, Italy, Spain and Portugal, and North Europe, which is Netherlands, Sweden and Belgium.
Thank you very much for joining us at Breaking Travel News today. So we're back here at ITB for the first time in a few years. Why are events such as this important to meet face to face with your suppliers?
It's a great pleasure to be with you. The last time we were at ITB in person was 2019, so that's 4 years ago. We did try the hybrid, the digital online shows during the time of COVID. They weren't effective, to be honest. Travel and tourism is in person, face-to-face, building relationships. So it's incredibly exciting. Day one was super exciting. Our stand was full, buzzing. A lot of our exhibitors said they'd overbooked some of their appointments. A lot of interest in Africa and South Africa. Travellers have got an appetite to travel again. We call it revenge travel, although I think it's just a deep desire to reconnect and enjoy it. Travel gives you happiness. It's a happy category. And we're very excited to be in person again, connecting with our customer base in Central Europe, which is Germany. We're very excited to share some new products, building new airlift, and really up demand for South Africa in a very important booking phase, which is Q1 of the 23 fiscal. And a lot of the bookings we do now sees us through the 23, particularly the high season, which commences on the 1st of September, right into 2024.
Well, perhaps you can talk us through some of these new products and new airlifts.
So at the moment, what we're trying to do is get airlift back to the levels of 2019, which has been very, very difficult because the position the airlines have been in since COVID. So a lot of the airlines that we partner with have also taken a conservative approach, which is right. Their load factors are very, very high, so they're not adding additional planes. So that's where the challenge is. And secondly, a lot of the airlines are not flying the A380s at the moment, which gave us extra seats, particularly into Frankfurt. So that's the challenge at the moment. While on some routes there are some more planes, the configurations and the seat capacity is a little bit lower. So our first aim is to work with our partners, but before we get there, we've got to get the demand right. If we get the demand right, and we believe that in time, the A380s hopefully will be reintroduced on some of these routes. We know there are some challenges with planes that have to be recommissioned, which takes a couple of months or years to get back into circulation. But we'll be very happy when we get some of the A380s back onto some of our routes. We're very happy with the UK route into South Africa. So we're almost matching 2019 levels. In the high season, we're probably just ahead, but we're still struggling in other regions as well.
And are there new source markets you're looking into?
Well, at the moment, what we did during COVID is we reconfigured our marketing investment framework. So we reduced the number of markets that we focused on based on the economic benefit to our country. So in Europe, for instance, we cut down some of the markets that, not that they're not important, it's just that with a limited budget after COVID, we want to intensify efforts in core markets that give us 90% of our volume. So we've refocused on the markets that I said in my introduction, which is UK, Ireland, Central Europe, South Europe and North Europe. And we've already intensified our efforts in 22. So in 22, we welcomed 900,000 visitors from Europe to South Africa, which was a great performance versus 2019, around 46% of 2019. One of the best performing regions in South African tourism. We're very excited about the UK performance and the Central Europe performance, particularly Germany. We welcomed 173,000 arrivals to South Africa. It's still off the pace of 2019, that's 322,000. But as I said to you, we're working hand in hand with our partners, generating demand and hoping some new aircraft will be put onto the routes.
Great. I know sustainability is a big topic for South Africa and at the conference more generally. Perhaps you can talk about some of the ways you're working with that.
So we articulate sustainable tourism as responsible tourism as well, and it's very important for us. And certainly what we do is we look at our repeat customer base. So we get about 46% of visitors who visited South Africa from the Central Europe region come back to South Africa. And they're an incredible source of helping us address responsible tourism. And what we do is we take them into new areas, new routes. So our articulation of responsible tourism is the impact on their investment into the community. So where they stay in accommodation, local stays, home stays, also investing in food sources and making sure that we spread that across South Africa, so there's an economic benefit for our people, particularly in rural towns. And we certainly know the Germans who are repeating love to go to different areas of South Africa because they've seen the Kruger, the important garden route. They've been to Johannesburg, and they've been to the Western Cape. One of the exciting products that we introduced to some of our partners in Central Europe was Lebo Cycle Tours, which is based in Orlando, in Johannesburg, and it's a cycle tour through Orlando. And what it does is the Lebo Cycle Tours business partners with a lot of the local businesses. So when you go on a cycle tour and you're visiting certain areas, everyone's chipping in, supporting the route and getting a financial benefit. And that's the heart of responsible tourism, is using your tourist visitors to spread the economic footprint to the benefit of our people.
That's great. And what else can visitors to South Africa look forward to in the coming years?
Well, one of the most exciting products that I believe we've launched now is in St. Lucia. So we've got a bicycle tour for 3 hours across the park. And St. Lucia is quite flat, so there's no hills and mountains to navigate, so it's exciting for our visitors. And that's a 3-hour tour seeing the Big Five, which is epic. Then we also have another 3-hour cycle tour which takes you and immerses you in the Zulu culture, which is very, very exciting. What is also very exciting for our customer base in Central Europe is the Sale Guest House, which is or Beach House, which is in KZN on the North Coast. It's a very exciting product. We know the Central Europe customer loves safari and beach as well, and the product is beautifully situated on a private beach, epic views, so that's very, very exciting as well.
That's great. And finally, do you have a message for our viewers here at ITB and beyond?
Well, all I say to all the viewers is, come as you are, leave as you'll never be again.
That's a great message. Thank you very much for speaking to us today.
It's a great pleasure. All the best for ITB and for the year ahead.
Thank you.